because, you know, Natalie Portman, she's really good looking. She's really good in Star Wars. I would like to take her out sometime, you know, to the suburbs of Stockholm, watch the trains go by in the snow. We could share our last cigarette, you know. I'll show her my bouncing credit card. But anyway, you know, I'm here to introduce a guy, a good friend of mine. He's you know what they say about him? It's like the brain that made Einstein weep twice. All right, please give him a big hand. Here he is, Fredrik Öst. All right.
Hallo, alles gut? Ja, ich spreche Deutsch. Was ist los? Heute ist mein Tag. We are Snask, and we're from Stockholm, Sweden. My name is Freddy, and this is the band. And let's start telling a story about why we have a fucking band on stage. So, at 4:30 on an after party, this singer sold his own band to me for $2,500 with the promise that I would be allowed to change the name, change the style of music, and kick the trombonist because it was really shitty. Without consulting the other two, he sold it for $2,500. It's a good deal. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, this is actually a true story.
And the day after, he called me up and said, no, I don't want to sell it anymore. And I said, I have your signature in blood, motherfucker. But since we're nice people, we decided to start a record label instead and sign them with the same rules. So we kicked the trombonist. We changed their name to Road, like driving on a road. And we changed them into playing rock and roll. And we took in Sweden's best producer of music, and he changed them into singing in Swedish. So we're like, hey, let's just change the name to the Swedish word for road, which is väg. But in English, this means vagina, exactly. We didn't think about this at all, but we sold a lot of t-shirts in the US. That's the album, the former album. They're right now recording with the producer of Patti Smith, and the new album will be out shortly, and they're gonna perform with you guys later. So you're gonna hear more. So why don't you guys do something, and maybe you can sing what we're gonna talk about?
Okay. What does it say then? Today we're gonna talk about you gotta brand yourself, damn it, and you don't mix no rock and roll with no professional and cost control. Thank you. This is branding and secret design strategy of Snask, the dream project, and you don't dare to be bold. But first, who are Snask? Thank you.
Great. So we're gonna start out with showing a film that we didn't do, and which is also a song that we didn't write, but it's about Snask. So let's play it.
Snask. Yeah. Make enemies, gain friends. Snask, make enemies and gain friends. So fuck them if they can't, and you can if you don't love your work. Then dog, you need to quit, and if you love someone, then you best be showing it. We fucking love ourselves. We globally famous. Our studios pimp. Our shit so legit. Slaughter the competition, cause they ain't shit. Enemies keep coming, yeah, we loving it, bitch. Snask, yeah. Make enemies, gain friends. That's that shit.
Yep. We of course do a lot of film ourselves, but we're way better than this guy. But he only costs $5. So if you want a film and a song, he'll do it for you for $5 at fiverr.com. We're a design, branding, and film agency. Nothing strange with this. We're from Stockholm, Sweden. We have a lot of cool clients. This is a slide that every presentation should have. It shows you a lot of logotypes. We don't even work with any one of these anymore, but you will be like, holy fucking shit, they work with real clients. Okay, I'm gonna listen to these guys. So a lot of people complain, hello mate, they complain that we don't show enough work in our presentations. So we decided to put together a 2 gigabyte big GIF. So unless you close your eyes, you will have seen a lot of our work. Otherwise, we have a homepage. It's on the internet. So this is our studio, the sign outside with 2 ravens. Like Game of Thrones has 1. Bram has 1, we have 2. This is the door, make enemies and gain fans. That's Magnus, the co-founder, looking out of the door. This is our studio, and we changed the blue lady in the back to a bar. So now we have a bar. It costs a lot, but this is a crew of Snask, some of the people. And we have a book, and you can buy it now. It's actually available in the store. Last time I looked, it was 5 left. I think it was 5 when we started. With tomorrow, we're gonna sign these 5 books at 3 o'clock if someone wants to buy them. We'll write cool shit. Well, if you want us to write something ultra cool, you have to come up with a price. We have a bike. We don't have this with us, and you don't have to buy this. This is way too expensive. It costs 800 euros. So far, we sold 0 bikes in 5 years. But you get the book for free if you buy it. We have our own beer, but we're going to speak about that later. And we have our own painting. As the guy sang, we do love ourselves a bit too much. So we have a painting that is huge, and we paint people in every time we add people. And if we fire someone, we just bring the woman from Barcelona who remade the Jesus painting. I'm getting all schizophrenic here, you know. I'm gonna have one voice over here and one voice over here. Something like that, maybe in the end of the night. So this is the studio downstairs where we do a lot of work. We also became, this is a bit bragging, but I'm allowed to, I'm on the stage. We became one of top 50 companies in the world where creators would kill to work. So you can see our name down at the bottom right. Cool. So we do a lot of photo shoots, and this was called the white photo shoot. And Jens on the left-hand side got to choose the theme. He was like, yeah, let's do white. So we all had to like buy white clothes in order to be in his photo shoot, except for him. We realized later that he bought a Stutterheim raincoat, same as Kanye West, that cost 450 euros, and he never got to wear it. So he wore it in this one, and he shows the photo where he looks the best. Secondly, Magnus here, we have a saying that is, in our studio it's okay to drink milk straight from the bottle. And someone had to do it in this photo shoot. We were like, Magnus said like, oh, I can do it. After 20 minutes, he was like, oh, fuck, I can't drink any more milk. And we're like, you're not supposed to drink it for real. You're supposed to look like you're drinking it. And he's allergic to milk, so he got really farty. So his girlfriend wasn't too happy when he got home. Only lasted 24 hours, though. This was his second photo shoot. It's because in Sweden, a lot of art directors, they're basically graphic designers with a higher wage, but they call themselves art directors, and they want to have black polo neck shirts, horn rimmed glasses, kick downwards and lick upwards, shit like that. And they wish that they would be called architects, but they're not. So we decided to do the same with skin-colored polo necks and pink faces and look really artsy. Now, the guy down right is Richard Gray, a very talented animator and graphic designer, and he became one of the world's most talented graphic designers by Print Magazine. So they asked us, can you please send us a photo of Richard Gray? And we were like, any photo? They're like, any photo is fine. We were like, let's send him as a nurse. So we took in a lot of nurses for a casting. And it was a lot of very talented nurses. Yeah, in the end it was hard to choose, but this one won. So one of the world's most talented graphic designers is a nurse called Richard Gray. Yeah, maybe you guys can do something now? Like play a song or something? Yeah, maybe.
Yourself. Hurt yourself. Hurt yourself. Thank you, guys.
It's a great song, but it won't make the album, I'm sorry. So we got invited to perform interviews at a school in Sweden, where basically you get invited, you get a table, and you get to interview a lot of people, a lot of students. We were like, why not dress up as Marie Antoinette's cardinals and choose 3 tables instead of 1? And we know students, they love free shit. So we're like, yeah, you get free candy, free champagne, free books, and then everyone who came to an interview got to choose a friend and bring them to an after party. So our fucking interviews were full of people all the time. And there was a woman from Wieden Kennedy who was there, and she said, I didn't know we were allowed to be funny. Were you allowed to be as funny as you are? During this time, we realized that Magnus sits like Mickey Mouse. You can see down left. But he also stands like a true king. Like, he stands like that normally, but in this outfit, it looks way better. And here's some words of wisdom.
Ooh. When we're supposed to be professional, we're professional. And when we're supposed to be rock and roll, we're fucking rock and roll.
Now, that's arrogance in those eyes. He has downed this much beer that is 2.8% alcohol in 6 sips. So in front of 5,000 people at Off Barcelona, we forced him to drink a whole pint, half a liter, in 10 seconds. So he did that in 11 seconds, and then he ran off stage with his mic still on, and people could hear the magic happen. There's a lot of you texting me right now. It feels strange. Like, stop texting. Or you can text away. It's just, I'm not going to reply. Do you have a good song for this? Yeah, you're getting active.
Don't mix your rock and roll with professionalism. Don't mix your rock and roll with professionalism.
Great.
Thank you, guys.
Is this your own song? Okay, cool. Yeah, it sounds familiar. So don't mix rock and roll with professional. It means we have a rock and roll side of Snask that is lifestyle, and then we have a professional side that is way more boring, but much more professional in a way, maybe. And we know you should never mix these two worlds. So here's a story from A to Z. No, I'm sorry. This guy, Magnus, came to San Francisco. Me and Erik had been there for 2 weeks. And the day after, we're lecturing at Google headquarters. So we're like, please, Magnus, let's not get drunk because we're going there really early tomorrow and doing this important presentation. He was like, oh, but I haven't been in the US for so long. And then he's like, he found this tattoo artist. Jesus Christ, okay. He found this tattoo artist. And we were coming out on the street and we're like, hello. And he's like, I have my tattoo parlor down the street. Let's go to an after party. And we were like, this is too good to say no to. So this happened in the middle of the night. I still have scars from it. He stopped tattooing because he's an alcoholic. This guy had this weird magical effect on Erik and Magnus. He would just snap his fingers and they would dance like crazy. So here you can see. You can see who's the drummer. 3 hours later, we're on our way to Mountain View in Google, and we think that no one is going to understand that we are drunk because we look really sober and everything is fine. But we get there, and we get greeted by this girl who booked us, and she's very nice, and everything is good. And then she says, I really like your taste in music, guys. We were like, great, this sounds perfect. We're like, how do you know? And she's like, because Magnus fucking FaceTime called me in his pocket at 4:30 in the morning, and I had nothing else to do, so I laid awake, listened for 20 minutes. Check your phone, Magnus. So Magnus took out his phone, and he looked, and he's like, all right. But she was happy. We did the talk and everything went dandy. We later found their famous bar. It looks cool here maybe, but it's not very cool and no one is there. They say it's rock and roll, which means they put up an AC/DC poster. That's it. So we're gonna show the first case. It's Target. It's one of the world's biggest retail chains. We got to do a concept where we were supposed to translate hard Spanish words, like Spanish words that's hard to translate into English. And our job was to visualize these translations. So we work a lot by hand, and I'm gonna talk you through some of these. So for example, madrugar means waking up earlier than you normally used to. And this was a post in August when parents wake up their children earlier than normal to get them ready for the first day at school. So they make them a great breakfast. So it's called madrugar. So we made this in cornflakes. This was how it looked. It took a long time laying it out. You have a joke about this, Alex, right?
There used to be a joke about this, but I think there isn't anymore.
All right, because no one laughed last time, that's why. Sorry about that. This is the second post. It's called Buen Provecho, and believe it or not, you can say this to any person in a restaurant that you don't even know, and it means have a good meal, have a good digestive. Yeah, no, it sounds crazy for us Europeans. Why would you even talk to someone you don't know? But they say it, and this dough that was made didn't expand in the oven. So it was an important thing of this photo shoot or whatever. We also made a lot of stop motion, so here's one about having a birthday. Yeah. So during this time, we were doing a production in the US for the first time. And the executive producer, we had dinner with him and his assistant the week before, and they were like, yeah, you want to have dinner with the client next week? It's kind of tradition here. We're like, sure, let's do it. Then the next week, during the production, they were like, yeah, so how many people are you bringing to the dinner? We were like, how many can we bring? They're like, well, you're paying for it, it's tradition, so you can bring how many people you want. Well, okay, well, we're only 7 people, so we bring those. Then they booked the Monarch Room. It's not McDonald's. And the Monarch Room got enough money to print their own menu called the Snask menu. And they also had an open bar for everyone. So it landed around $5,000. So we were like, yeah, welcome to Sweden. We'll tradition the ass out of you guys. Which brings us to this subject. You have a song, right, for this? Yeah.
I can do it. You lost control. Cost control.
You lost control.
You lost control.
Cost control.
Cost control. That's cost control, Phil.
Thank you.
So cost control in projects are really important. Maybe one of you are key counters? No? Because you're home? Okay, sorry. But if you're a key account or something, you may have to control the budgets of a project. And then you have to make sure that is this really valid for the Swedish tax law? Like, are you allowed to drink 5 beers and pay with the company and stuff like that? So I go through all these every time we have a project. And after this project with Target, I went through the hotel bills one by one, and I found one interesting one. I won't mention any names, but it starts out really nice with a minibar soda, minibar small water. It goes on with a specialty drink, which is fine if you're nose bleeding and you're really stressed. And then minibar intimacy kit happens. That's where you cross the line of what's not legal. And this one was called Sexy Little Sachet. And we couldn't get that through our tax administration, so we had to hide that one somehow. Yeah. We're talking about love, aren't we? So let's bring us to this one, folk opera. You know what that means. Folk opera. Yes, folk and opera. This is a stop motion we did. And the People's Opera of Stockholm had this love theme. There was the figure of wedding and the love potion all in one. And they asked us, can you make a video where the story is what happens to the instruments once the curtains close? So we were like, yeah, sure. So we were like, let's do a stop motion with the real instruments on a real stage. It takes forever to shoot and work for free because it's fun. So we wanted the camera to have 1 speed in frames per second, while the objects were moving in another speed to make it choppy enough so you could see that it's a stop motion. So here's like a test shoot where the camera is moving smoothly and the object is choppy. Right, Erik? Yeah, good explanation, right? Decent. I'll do better next time. So this is how it looked on set. This was at the Opera House. We had this rig. And I'll show you the film. What happens to the instrument once the curtains close? Thank you, thank you. They have this amazing voice, the opera singers. It's like Freddie Mercury did an opera once. He would like, it would be like, I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. Hey, it's just, you know, this. Yeah, exactly. I like that. Where we're going to karaoke later, you get to work on this during this talk. We showed this in cinemas all over Sweden, and we had the ensemble of the opera singers standing up in the cinema singing the whole song. But we also had the recording of all the sounds that you heard in the video. We were talking to the conductor of the orchestra, and he was like, had a nose up here. He was like, I don't want to be a part of this, but I want to watch. There's a lot of people who want to watch. Watch out for those people. But this guy was a watcher, and we took in his orchestra one by one. We're like, yeah, can you flirt with the trombone? You're a violin. And she said, yeah, and then he was like, no, that doesn't sound like a violin flirting with a trombone. This is how it should sound. And this is a cello having sex with another cello. No, that's not how it sounds. So we're like, okay, fine, Jesus. So he ended up writing all the things. He's a watcher. So in the end, he wrote everything in this piece. And it wasn't until a year later that we realized, like, how did he know? Well, watchers know. That's the only thing I can say. This is why we weren't allowed to play the instruments. Yeah. Jawohl. Yeah. Guys, do you have something for this?
No, we don't.
Okay. Can you just stand and drink beer?
I mean, that's what you're paying me for, so.
Yeah, okay, cool. Where were we? This is branding. So, we have our own beer, as we said before, and we do a lot of our own projects. So we decided to team up with a company called Pang Pang, and decided to make something called shower beer. We love to drink beer in the shower. You might be like, oh my God, what is that? It's drinking beer in the shower. And what this product is, the product is a pale ale. Now there's 2 pale ales almost daily released on the market every day. So the actual product is nothing strange, but the branding is everything. That's why we're here, guys. So we decided to make a very small bottle, because if you drink a big bottle in the shower, it gets warm very quickly. So we made a small bottle, very, very tiny, but we leveled up the alcohol percentage to 10%. So you get that warm, cozy feeling, and you're like, yeah, and like Dana or Shane was gonna call you, and like, hey dude, whatever, where you coming over? Yeah, sure, do it, whatever, let's do it. Listen to Dress for Success or something cool. We did it all in the design of a perfume bottle or something like that, and it's screen printed, so you have this grip on it, even though no one ever dropped a glass bottle in the shower before. So that's like how it looked. And to add further excitement, we took a photo if it was shattered or not. It will still look beautiful. So it turns out that TV really loved this. Here's from NBC.
Is really interesting to me. I love a good beer at the end of a long day, sometimes at the end of a short day as well. At least I used to love beer before I started this ridiculous Start Today diet. But when I get to drink again, I'll be able to enjoy a cold beer in the shower. Check this out. A Swedish design firm has teamed up with a brewery there to create a pale ale that's half the size of a regular beer bottle. It's brewed.
Yeah. He's very good at selling. He's an American. He's very good. Celebrities love this. So Tom Hanks said, if you have enough of them, you'll eventually be drunk enough to fall down in a shower. If you have a shower in a bathtub, that's good, because it's step 2 is to lay down in the bathtub. Magazines loves it. So we had Vice writing like, there's finally a beer made for this. We had Esquire saying, a Swedish brewery created the ultimate shower beer. We had Fortune magazine say, this is genius, Swedish brewer. Runners loves it, like, because let's face it, nothing is more satisfying after a long run. Men loves it. People, at least men who read these magazines. Behold the answer to your prayers. I wonder what they pray about. Lad Bible made their own video. They got 5.6 million views, 25,000 shares, and 40,000 comments. Maxim, live your best life with a new beer. Is there any greater pleasure in life? I don't know, sure if they met women before, but Men's Experience wrote, now moms won't pester you to take a bath anymore. If you're a man and you have experience, maybe you don't live with your mom, and she won't pester you when you're taking a bath, but that's fine, it's enough. But moms loves this. So if you're more of a beer mom, get excited. Image via Skansk, it says. Women loves it. Womanista, great name, said it's shower beer is officially a thing, with a big T. She Amazing, another great name. We are so very grateful. And she speaks, especially for your enjoyment, ... in the shower. And GQ loves it. Shower bear is amazing. Which brings us to, well, maybe now you can make, do you have a song for this? We fucking rehearse this, guys. Do you have it? Yeah?
We play something dreamy in there.
Dreamy, that's fine. Thanks, guys. Very dreamy. That was a good dream. So what's your dream project? This is a question we get all the time, so don't ask it afterwards. Icon Magazine did this thing called Rethink, where you're allowed to rebrand any brand all over the world, fictional or real or whatever, and people always tend to choose Coca-Cola or something really stupid. But we decided not to choose Coca-Cola, so we decided North Korea because it's best Korea. I'm from South, just so you know. I was adopted from South. Or is it really the best Korea? It sure looks like it, the way they market it. So how do we show change through design? Now we knew that we won't prevent any bombs or rockets or wars by doing this, but can we explore this through design, because that's our fucking profession. So we wrote an official letter to the embassy of North Korea explaining the project. Basically, we're making this project, we're gonna do a full rebrand of your country, you have a lot of issues in branding. The things you think about yourselves is not true. The things you think about your CEO or leader is not the same view as other people around the world has or whatever. And if you embrace this, we will give you the files for free as long as you become a free democracy of the world. So we started to turn north into love, because it's not nice with borders and shit like that. So instead of north and south, we decided to just skip that and let's rename it into Love Korea. So we renamed and made a logotype from a heart that said Love Korea. And we created all the necessary units, such as cool logos, stuff that graphic designers thinks is necessary. Heart. Cool poster, button shirts, shirt buttons or whatever, bag, money, that's important actually. And we added a 29th liberal haircut because you can only have 28 haircuts in North Korea. So this one was called Let It Grow. It's almost like the Frozen song, but Let It Grow. Let it grow. Yeah. So we would hand over all the files if they became a free democracy. And this was how it still looks. So if they press files, they can download the whole identity. Now, we also created a compelling video with their CEO, so here it is.
Love Korea? Love is Korea.
Yeah, he's a grumpy motherfucker. This was before he started sending rockets up that failed, by the way. We also changed the communist star into a heart, and we got a lot of shit for it. This is how it looked. We thought it was nice. But we got a lot of emails like, remove website now or cyber attack you. I mean, we all understand that, but what we don't understand is why Juan and Adriano is working with well, apparently they have South American allies, we all know that, but I mean, yeah, Juan and Adriano. We also got this one, final warning. Like, you can delete flag design. It's very like, what do you say, when you push someone down, like, you can delete that now. You can delete flag design. And then it was a final warning, but we never got the first warning, so we took this as the first warning, and after that nothing happened, so it's still up if you want to download it. Now we're gonna do a new song, right guys? Okay. Or at least something.
We gotta dare to be bold, baby. We gotta dare to be bold. We gotta dare to be bold, honey. We gotta dare to be bold. Gotta dare to be bold. Dare to be bold, baby. Gotta dare to be bold. All right. Oh yeah. Thank you.
So dare to be bold means also being bold not only in your own projects like North Korea or Shower Bear or stuff like that, but also with client work. So first we're going to start out with saying a few quotes. When you make something no one hates, no one loves it, said by Tibor Kalman, who did the Colors magazine, and we really firmly believe that. Second one was Winston Churchill. You have enemies? Good. That means use it up for something, sometime in your life. We also believe in that. So we did a campaign for Monkey, owned by H&M. It's this female fashion brand, and they were celebrating 10 years. But they lost their value of empowering women after they got bought, and suddenly they had 120 stores globally, and they were like, hey, can you help us find our way back to empowering women? And we were like, yes, we can. Let's make it bold. Let's take a stand for women. So we wanted to bring the DNA back into their brand, so we created the Monkey Festo, which is basically 10 strong statements to empowering women, one for every year they existed. And these are all of them. We're going to go through them one by one. So Please Yourself is about female masturbation, something we don't talk about, but we talk a lot about male masturbation. We chose also a strong ambassador for each word. So this was Carlos Cartino, blogger for Vogue. Knowledge is queen, seeing people outside of a body, like seeing for someone for who they are, what they know. Be a drama queen is about taking back a bad word that a lot of people use for women who are very emotional, whilst the whole world's biggest problem at the moment is not enough emotions. It's a fucking cold world out there. We had a homepage where we collected everything. We worked with our Vida Bister, who was a great photographer for this. We built everything by hand, a lot in paper. We made a homage to Barbara Kruger, where we used her typography. And we made a lot of videos, so this is Carly Scartino.
My name is Carly. Myself an orgasm by basically just like doing this on repeat for like 10 minutes. I think you find out what you like through trial and error.
No, they were longer, of course. You can go on the website if you want to know more. Sharing is caring about cyberbullying. We made all these things by hand, as I said. This was photo shoot. Multis in irregular is about size, it's about ethnicity, it's about a lot of things. Period's a cool period. It's something really normal that we stigmatize, and we're talking about it like something strange and something disgusting, but it's something perfectly normal. And it's this Kiran Gandhi who ran the whole marathon with her period raining, and she was also the drummer of MIA. So this is her saying a short thing.
To me, one of the coolest things about having a period is that anyone around the world who has one can relate. And it's something that crosses race boundaries, cultural boundaries, age boundaries, norms boundaries, and I love that. I wish we could celebrate that more.
So she had a longer one. You can go on and see that it's more deep. Let love loose is, of course, loving whoever you want without caring about anyone else. Salute sisterhood is about not being negative about other people, just saluting your sisterhood and like pushing each other instead. Cut the norm is about not caring about the norms. Your body hair is yours, and you can choose if you want to cut it or not. It's fine. All these statements had a garment connected to them. So it was a sister hoodie. There was a lot of like sweatshirts. It was the period is a cool period panties. And this became a really big thing, especially in Russia, because that's where it's needed the most, probably. Finally, we're going to finalize this talk. So first of all, you have to go create a good quote. This is on German TV, Gestalten.
When we need to be rock and roll, we should be rock and roll. And when we need to be professional, we should be professional.
Exactly. Now I'm going to bring in the drummer in this. Also partner of Snask. Hello. He's going to talk you through this next one.
Okay, all right. This is awesome.
No, it's not.
No, it's awesome to talk a bit. Finally, I get to say something. So basically, this is a video we did quite recently, and it's basically when a client comes to you and they're like, hey, we need to have a viral success, but we have no budget. And our idea is basically, our tip is to basically use yourself, because it's a lot cheaper. And so it became, how to create a success, I guess. It's this brand called Ninja Plast. I don't know if you have it, but it's basically plastic wrapping. And it's, normally it's very hard to like tear it off. It always gets very messy. And in Sweden, this is like a new invention that with the plastic wrapping comes a little cutting blade. So you can do it a lot easier. So this is a complete new invention. And so they're called Ninja Plast, which basically ninja, you know what that is. And if we were gonna, so we wanted to create videos with a character of some kind to be a ninja and show the benefits of this product. So since we were gonna use ourselves, we need to have a quick casting. And pretty fast we realized who was the best talent for this.
Racist.
So these are like the videos, and we sort of had, say a reference we had was like the Star Wars kid or something. This guy is the ninja wanting to show the world how awesome he is at being a ninja. Let's watch it.
I'm a very small, maybe just 60 kilos. So in the kitchen, I'm a very smooth. Ha! Only one thing can make me look clumsy. Plastic overwrapping. But now I will never look like an idiot in the kitchen again, no. Buy Ninja Plus now in all good stores.
Yeah. So this was like the happiest day of my life because this guy, he talks a lot, and I could finally direct him and just say whatever I wanted to, and he had to do it. It was amazing. And I think the key was basically is to tell him to do it as the best he could. And it became like this. But then, since it became a great success, so we wanted to take this further for the next video. They came with some new products. It was like like a smaller package, and they did some refill that you could buy. So we thought, like, what would be the next step for this character, and that would be, of course, that every celebrity starts making their own music and releases music videos. So this is the rap video of Ninja Plast, I think. Oh yeah, it is.
Might be very small to you, 50 kilo, smooth as fuel. You consider me fantastic when you fumble with your plastic. Be a ninja in the kitchen. Use all plastic, switch them. A ninja never, ever fumble. No! Ninja blast, ninja, ninja blast, ninja blast, ninja blast, ninja blast, ninja, ninja blast, ninja. Throw your plastic in the air.
I'm a very tiny ninja, even smaller than the other one. I'm plastic and easy to carry along. You can take me to the cabin, picnic, RV tent. Bring me to your lunchbox, fishing boat, tackle box. Please take me to the field trip, food truck, doggy bag. Like that special time at the plastic wrapping ninja baby shower, that first party, huh? Ninja, never, ever, fumble.
Ninja, ninja blast, ninja blast, ninja blast, ninja blast, ninja, ninja blast, ninja blast, ninja, ninja blast, ninja, ninja blast, ninja blast, ninja blast, ninja blast, ninja, ninja blast, ninja blast, ninja blast.
Yeah. All right. Jesus. Well, if you don't have any money, we won't do that again. We need more money. To end up this conversation, we're going to show something old that always works. So this next film is, we were invited to go to Serbia to DJ at this gay night, and we got a lot of space on MTV for 165 million viewers. And our film crew decided, why don't we dress you naked, oil yourself in and have you shoot lasers from your tits. So we're like, that's a great idea, we thought, after a lot of wine. So this is what aired for 160 million viewers in Balkan.
Loud and Queer predstavlja švedski sto. Snask, pravi švedske. Angie Rocks i PTŽC iz Beograda. Klub Havana, 2. april od 23 sata.
By all means. And one more, this is a film that we sent to all new clients that we get. It basically says, hey, so funny to work together, bring us a big bag of money and some champagne and let's have fun. This moment we were only guys in the studio in the morning. It was 7 o'clock and we only had one chance to shoot it. So you learned something today, all right, that's good. Did you learn something today? Yeah, it's always like that. It's fine, guys, because we have an online course you can take. You can go to pluralsight.com, and it's an online course you can take in design and branding. But they contacted us and they wanted us to show them, record our screens when we're working in Photoshop. And we're like, that's boring. We're not going to do that. But we can do a children's TV show dressed as a branding show. So this was the intro for the show. Yep. So you can start learning today. What we didn't know is that the owners of this company are Mormon, and Mormons don't have nipples. We didn't know that either. So of course, if you don't have them, it's extremely dangerous to show them on the course. So they edited away half of the show where Magnus' character is in this show because he had nipples, which is not real nipples, it's just balls, but it's fine. Balls and nipples. So we're gonna do a group selfie, and this is always a recording. And since you're two groups, we're gonna judge you on each individual group. But basically, when I say go and I come past you, you scream like you need to go to the bathroom or something. I don't know, right? So go. Very good. You guys were. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's hard. It's hard. So tonight there's an opening party. It's in this room. I know you can't believe it, but we're gonna take all the chairs away. So our gig starts in approximately 1 hour, exactly now. That was cool, right? Wasn't it? 9 o'clock exactly. So kindly snask the fuck off for 1 hour, and we'll see you here at 22 sharp. Now they're gonna play a song.
right, see you in an hour, guys. Thank you so much.